Hi everyone, my name is Imani Busby and I am an Emerald Beachbody coach. Today I'm making this video to talk about social media, and it's something as coaches that is really the crux of our business. When we want to grow, when we want to expand, when we want to meet more people, we look to our social media to do that. Why? Because our social media has access to more people than we will ever be able to come in contact with. For me, the reason why is because I'm an introvert. I'm not someone that is going to go out and just start talking about myself and what I do and Beachbody and working out and insanity and all these crazy things. I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person that can have a great conversation with someone that maybe I never even met them before, but I can have a great conversation with them over the computer by messenger or whatever the case may be. And when I get comfortable, we speak on the phone, and it's just like that face-to-face interaction. For me, it's probably even more effective. So that's why social media is important. It builds our brand, it builds our scope of people, and that's why I'm making this video. It is the key to being a great coach. So the first thing that you want to do when you think about social media and you think about growth on social media is your niche. Now, this is something that a lot of Beachbody coaches talk about, but if you think about like a major brand, like for instance, think about Urban Outfitters. I know because I love Urban Outfitters. Urban Outfitters targets a certain type of person. They don't go outside of the realm of the people that they want to connect with, the people that they want to serve. So Urban Outfitters has a hipster vibe. They have a little bit of a city vibe. They have a vibe that's kind of like grungy and really cool. I mean, I absolutely love it, but that's the vibe at Urban Outfitters. They kind of target the type of person that lives in a big city. They have a busy lifestyle, but they want to look nice. They want to look fashionably forward. The person might be interested in cool notebooks. I actually got this notebook from Urban Outfitters. But the person might be into notebooks. The person might be into having little knickknacks and cool books. But they're really targeting that millennial 20-something person that wants to look great. They live in a cool city, and they're kind of just working and living life and looking good while they're doing it. That's Urban Outfitters. Now, Urban Outfitters does not go off, and they don't try to target moms who walk with sneakers on. And no, Urban Outfitters is only targeting that millennial city professional or millennial 20-something person. Do you see where I'm going here? Urban Outfitters target the people in their niche, because when they go outside of that realm and try to go and talk to moms or try to go and do athletics, they're coming out of their niche. That's not who they're targeting, so they're not going to do as well. Our goal as coaches is to hit our niche. It's like we're throwing darts, but when you finally find your niche, you're hitting that bullseye. You're hitting those people that are the most important. They're going to choose you because they're like you. So for me, I think of my niche as like Urban Outfitters, a 20-something person, a millennial, someone who is professional, someone who wants to advance in their life. I think of women, I don't think of men, I really just target women. And I zone in on the person who's most like me. So, of course, that person doesn't have to have the same goals or whatever the case may be, but that person has goals, that person's a lady, that person doesn't necessarily have kids, that person loves nice things. And you can get really specific here, but that's my niche. That's not your niche. Your niche may be something different. You may be a mom. You may be a stay-at-home mom. That could be your niche. You may be, whatever your niche is, That's who my point is, that is who you target on social media and nobody else. Now, I learned this the hard way. When I first went on, I was like, well, let me talk a little bit about this because I don't want to leave that person out. No, it didn't work. And the reason why is because those people that I want to fit in, honestly, I don't care. I don't need them to be a part of my niche. They can find a niche. There's a Beachbody coach for them. But for me, I want to attract the type of person that is like me. Why? Because that person is more likely to join a challenge group, to join my tribe, and love it, and be really successful with it. And secondly, the most important thing is that person is more likely to join my team. And hey, we're in it to build an amazing team of people that we want to work with, that are like us, and even if they're not like us, but people that we can all relate to. That's the goal. The goal is to find your coaches, to find your tribe, like Chalene Johnson says. So that's why we find our niche on social media. So action step number 1, think of your niche. Think of who you would like to target. And that can get really specific. What does that person want? What do they like? What are their goals? What is their personality like? Are they bubbly? Are they really down? What do they do in their spare time? What is their income level right now? Are they already at the place where they want to be? Or are they maybe like me? They have dreams and they have goals for getting to where they want to be. What kind of clothes do they wear? I mean, really honing in here, that is your niche. So once you figure that out, you want to craft posts that really grab the attention of your niche. Scroll stopping posts. Before I post anything online, I think, will this stop someone from scrolling? And here's how I do that. Number 1, I pick a picture, or I take a picture that is pretty. And I mean that in the simplest way possible. It doesn't have to be an amazing photo that was photoshopped and whatever the case. I don't know how to do that. So the photos don't have to be like that. Your photos have to be something that is pretty. It's attractive, and it will stop someone in their tracks as they're scrolling, because you know everyone's scrolling on social media. So once you have a picture that does that, you probably use an app. Like I use Photofy, I use VSO Cam. After you use your apps and you make your picture the way you like it, scroll stopping way, now you need to think about the value that you're giving. And that's really a whole nother, it could be a whole nother video, because providing value is one of the most important parts of this. I mean, we know our niche now, right? For example, I'm using myself. I know that I want those 20-something women who are not where they want to be yet, but they know they have goals and they're moving towards them. Okay, I got it. Now, I have to speak to those people. I have to sit down and craft a post where I'm talking to them like they're my best friends, because they are. These people are the people that follow me. They want to know what's going on, and they want to feel like we're connected. Some of them, honestly, they already do. So talk to them in your posts. Some things that I like to do, and I learned this from a video from top coach Andrea Crowder. She talks in her comments under her pictures. She says, "Hey girl." She really focuses in on that person. So that's in your language. You say like, "Hey girl, today I was out, I was shopping, and this, and this happened." Or if you're writing a post about Shakeology, you can say like, "We all are really tired. We all work so hard to keep everyone happy and all of this, but what do we do for ourselves?" See that language? That word "we" automatically connected the person who's reading it, the person who's reading my post, and me. It made us one of the same, because we both live the same life. And that's how people really get connected to you and what you're doing. And that's how they want to know more. So after you kind of use that language, the first thing, before you even get there, your first sentence is also really important. You want to make that first sentence a scroll stopper. So when I'm talking about, I could be talking about something mediocre. I could be talking about how, well, no post is mediocre. It all has value. But let's just say I'm talking about my day. I'm saying that I had a really hard test today. My first sentence needs to stand out. It needs to say, oh my gosh. Or it needs to say, you will never believe what just happened. Or it needs to be something that is going to make someone stop and be like, oh my God, what happened? Let me read it. Because some of our posts are long. Some of these people see people posting all day long. What is going to be different about your post? I'll tell you right now. Your first sentence is going to be a scroll stopper. It's going to make that person read. After that, please listen. Please listen to this next point. The paragraphs or the words, the content under your picture must be broken down into 1 to 3 sentences long. So, no longer will you craft a post that has paragraph, 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 or even worse, whole paragraph together. And let me tell you something, I used to do that. And even my own sister came on and she was like, Imani, yeah, like you posted again. She's like, I'm not going to read it. I'm going to like it, but I'm not going to read it. And you think, why? Well, think about all the magazines that you read or all the articles that are online now. They really are all lists. 5 ways you can improve your life. And it's broken down into bullet points. People don't feel that they have time to read paragraphs anymore. Frankly, we don't. Who wants to read a paragraph as they're walking and scrolling? Nobody. What we want to do is package our content up so that it's smaller pieces and it's easier to really digest and read faster, and it really just tricks the brain. So make your paragraphs, they should be 1 to 3 sentences long and no more. Make it so that you would want to read it. And then another thing you want to do is once you craft these posts and you put them out there, see what grabs people's attention. So after you craft that post about, let's just say you're talking about a test that you had and nobody answers or nobody likes it or no one really comments on it, that meant that might not be the right post for your niche. Or maybe, it could have just been a bad day or a bad time, which are other variables, but you really want to look at your content, see what really grabs attention, see what got 1 million comments and tons of likes. And that's what you want to continue to recreate. Even if you just change it up a little bit, recreate it and put it up on your page, because that's what really just puts those eyes right on you. I have a funny note here. Avocado really gets people like riled up. Avocado is something that everyone's excited about. So just something like that. If you know that there's kind of this like issue, or I remember that picture with the dress. That picture with the dress, I know you guys will remember it. It had like a blue dress and it had a white dress, and it was like, but which one? Is something wrong with our eyes? Something about that dress. Which one is wrong, or something like that. Things like that really get people's eyes on you because you're kind of posting about something that's like trendy. So that's okay. You should be posting trendy things because, hey, you're a person that's putting out content. You're in the world and you're out there, and people kind of are going to expect you to be out there and kind of be a part of that realm. So it's okay to post trendy things and to see what happens on your page. After you do your post, and I forgot to mention this, after you do your 1 to 3 sentence paragraphs and you get to the end, let's say I'm talking about my test again. It's kind of a boring topic, but we'll leave it. I'm talking about my test. I wrote my paragraphs. I have my catchy post. I have my catch line at the top. I have my eye-catching picture. Now I'm at the bottom. And it's really important at the bottom to have something that will cause people to participate in whatever you wrote. So let's just say I'm writing about my test. My last sentence should be either a question or a call to action. So a call to action is something that you're inviting someone to do something. So if I'm writing about my test, I may write at the end, I'm accepting any tips that you have on this. Please send me tips. That's a call to action. That's telling people to do something. But then I may have a different post. I don't know, let's just say I posted about avocado. At the end, I'll ask a question, which is another way to end a post. Do you like avocado? So those are two different ways. You can either end in a call to action, telling that person to do something, or you're ending in a question. How do you feel about avocado? Can you see the dress? Or whatever the case may be, which really just causes a conversation under your picture. And you want that. You want to reply to these people. You want to talk to them. I mean, these people in your niche are becoming your friends. They've come into your tribe. So have conversations with them. Let them know that you're not just posting and you're like a ghost. No, like talk, because you're a person and you're real and you should have real conversations with people. Also, let's see. Yeah, and I think that was all I had about social media and posting. I do want to note that my main social media site, and that's a whole nother video as well, is Instagram. I do very well with Instagram. I use a lot of hashtags, and I reach out to people that are in my niche, my 20-somethings, my professionals, my students, or whatever. One thing that I use in order to craft these posts is Latergram. Latergram, you can go on. It's like a website. You can go on. You can upload your post or your picture, and then you can write out the words for your post and save it or schedule it for a later time. So that's just a really good resource to use because we're all busy, and you can kind of schedule your posts. You don't have to think about it. I actually have a post going up at 8 o'clock about coaching. And I chose 8 o'clock because 8 o'clock is a scrolling time. People are home from work and they're scrolling. And I chose that because this is a meaty post. It took a little longer for me to do it. So I like to get my posts like that done earlier and schedule them. And then my second, so that's Latergram, but there also is Hootsuite. Hootsuite will post for you for Facebook, and it will do it for Instagram as well, I believe. And for Facebook is cool because you can use it in your challenge groups to post in a group, which is awesome. And I know Latergram is free. I'm not sure about Hootsuite. And then secondly, so you have your niche and you've thought about that earlier in this video. We're coming towards the end now. Now, I just want to leave a tip. I use an app called Instagress to get more people to me. And I'll explain a little bit about this app. It's a website that you can go on. You attach your Instagram account to it. I think you can do Facebook as well. I know I use it for Instagram. And you say, you're very specific. You put in the type of people that you want to target. So I may put in a bunch of hashtags that say like 20-something, I don't know, work hard, professionals, student. I used to be a teacher, so I'll put in like teacher life or whatever. So I really like narrow in the type of people that I want. And then I fill in a bunch of information. I tell Instagress to follow these people. I tell Instagress to comment on their pictures. And it's basically a robot that will go in and it will interact with these people, because the key to social media and growing your social media is interaction, especially on Instagram. Instagram, it's really important that you're participating in conversations with people, because that's how they in turn connect with you. So a tip is to go on Instagram. You get a free 3 days. This is not a promotion for them or anything, but I have to say that. You can go in, you can get a free 3 days, see how you like it. Narrow in on your niche, get as many people as you can. And what it'll do is it'll run all day, kind of like a robot, and it'll just like, comment on different people, and you'll grow followers like crazy. And what's nice is with Instagram, another like tip with Instagram is people like to see that you have a lot of followers. People don't want to go on and see that you have like 2 followers and you're telling them what to do or how to do it. They want to go on and they'll listen to you, but they need it shows your credibility by having those followers. So not only is this app good for building credibility, but I've also met future challengers. I've met future coaches right there on Instagram. So good resource as far as growing your social media. So I talked about a lot, but I really hope that this helped. As a coach, social media is not easy, but as you learn more and more, replay this video and take out bits and pieces of it that you would like to use. This really, really, and I mean this sincerely, has changed the game for me. This summer, I watched a video on Andrea Crowder, and I can also link her video, but I tried to kind of put this in a way that has been useful for me. But the ideas are from her, and also my experience, but her video really just narrowed in on really how to build your brand, how to be a brand. These are the tips and the strategies that brands use in order to build, and we are brands in this business. It's exciting. You're a brand. You're a CEO. So take this, make it what you want this to be. Don't follow the template of what you think it should be, and that's something that I struggle with all the time. Because I'm not the most creative person, and I don't always believe that I could do it. But I can. I can do it. I can be a brand. So you go off, you be a brand, you use these tips, and let me know how it works for you. I would love to see if this could help someone. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.